Welcome back. You're still watching Metrofile on Channels Television. To another celebration in memory of the late Mrs. Veronica Nwadiafor Ndiwe, who died at the age of 88. Her loved ones came together again 1 year after to remember their matriarch and thank God.
Mrs. Veronica Nwadiafor Ndiwe was born on March 23, 1932 and passed on at the age of 88 years on January 7, 2020. She was buried on May 22, 2020 in line with COVID-19 guidelines. One year later, family members were joined by friends and other guests for a memorial service at the Church of the Resurrection, 1004 Estate, Victoria Island, Lagos, for the memorial service. The first and second readings was taken by the son-in-law and daughter of the late Mrs. Ndiwe, Mr. Nnemeka and Mrs. Augusta Madwegbuna.
He who was seated on the throne said, "I am making everything new." Then he said, "Write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true." He said to me, "It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To him who is thirsty, I will give to drink without cost from the spring of the water of life. He who overcomes will inherit, and I will be his God, and he will be my son." This is the word of God.
And after my skin has been destroyed, yet in flesh I will see God. I myself will see him with my own eyes, and not another. How my heart yearns from within me. This is the word of God.
This was followed by a session of praise and worship. In his sermon titled, "Spend Your Time in Honor of Your Creator," The vicar of the Church of Resurrection Anglican Communion, Venerable John Agboro, enjoined the congregation to use their time wisely when they are still able to, especially during their active lives.
When our life is separated from the owner of life, that life is lost, that life is wasted. And so that is the reason St. Paul was saying that we should not live our lives foolishly, but we should live our life wisely. Time is one of the greatest gifts that God had given unto us. And we all know that on earth, time is not infinite. The time we have is not everlasting. The time we have is not forever. Human time is limited. The time that God had given to each and every one of us is short. Because Ecclesiastes chapter 3 from verse 1 says that there is time for everything. He said the time to be born and the time to die. And so because there is a time to be born and there is a time to die, we have a limited time. The time is not everlasting.
There was a brief prayer for the family before the Thanksgiving.
In your dying, you entrusted each to the other, Mary, your mother, and John, your beloved disciple. Sustain and comfort all who mourn.
Unto God's most gracious love, care, protection, and providence, I commit this family and all your loved ones, wherever they may be all over the world. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord shine the light of his countenance upon you and be gracious unto you.
Popularly called Vero, Mrs. Veronica Nwadiafor Ndiwe was born in Onitsha, Anambra State, southeast Nigeria. She married Lieutenant Fred Ndiwe on December 23, 1948 in Calabar. She then relocated to the United Kingdom for 3 years before returning to Nigeria to support her husband in his law chambers. She retired from the civil service in 1976. She is survived by 9 children, including the veteran broadcaster Mrs. Augusta Maduegbuna, 23 grandchildren, and 10 great-grandchildren.
Amanweze's quiet, unassuming, but effective nature is what I miss most about her. She was a lady of few words. Like I said, quiet, but she made things happen. She was kind to a fault in the sense that she literally gave out everything she had for the good of other people.
Mom was a rallying point for my family, the extended family, and so many friends and relatives. She nurtured so many people to adulthood
both her domestics and her grandchildren. She was always there for us. Throughout my broadcasting career, you know what it's like, traveling up and down. She was the best babysitter I've never had. And every time I had to travel, she's always there for me.
Wow, a lot about Mama. Mama will call us on Christmas Day. I felt it mostly on Christmas and New Year. The first person to call you on Christmas is Mama. You can't even beat it. Mama will call you on Christmas and New Year. She will call all her children. I don't know how she gets to do it. And she will say a word of prayer to it. And she's a woman of peace. I remember most times when I have issues with people, she will tell you, if it's not adding any value, let it be. So these are the things I remember about Mama.
May her gentle soul continue to rest in peace.
May her gentle soul continue to rest in peace. And this is where we draw the curtains for Metro File today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to watch past editions. Just go to youtube.com/channels web. Very simple. Click on playlist, scroll to Metro File, and then you'll find various editions of the program. Also, reach us with the number blinking on your screen if you want to find out details about the program. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. I'm Nwadiafor.